let's say like legacy group, or let's say just
Hmm.
people, how have they helped you reach some goals, and what might those goals have been or are?
Like at Legacy Group is a good example. I was interested in connecting a little deeper with our pastor there at church, and he leads the group.
Your men's group. So
Men's
yeah,
group.
he leads your
Yep,
men's group,
men's
your
group.
pastor.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Men's group. So
Yep.
we had talked about that in men's group or in a legacy group some, and one of the my commitments was to set up a lunch with him and talk about some things because I have some anxiety talking to a pastor because some of the things in my life, it's just he's a I don't know if you'd say authority figure. That's probably not right, but there's that anxiety because I'm a layman and he's a pastor, and anyway, so there was some concern about that, but I did. I set up with them and a nice lunch with them, and we've connected, and I feel a lot more comfortable with the guy now. I can have a conversation with him, and I think some bigger things will lead from that. So that's
Hmm.
an example of some commitment that I made in the group that I wasn't willing to break.
Yes. Yes. And you
So
made that in front of other people,
I made it
and
in front
then
of everybody and had to answer to it
and come back
the
and then
next
talk to them
two
about
weeks.
it.
Right.
Right. And then from how did you feel making that connection with the pastor? Like after you had made it, how did it feel?
Well, I was nervous about it at first, but afterwards, that's a great feeling that I had connected with somebody. He understood more than what I thought and shared some of his own struggles with me. Some of that anxiety about just even talking to him at
Hmm.
church, just
Hmm.
some of that disappeared with that. And so that changed our whole relationship, I think. Now,
Hmm.
whether he feels that same way, I think he does. But
And so, what was the specific anxiety that you had? If you could pinpoint it, was it like specific fear that you had in that relationship? You probably already shared some of it, but if you could share a little more in depth.
with him,
Yeah.
well, there's that he may judge me because of my past, and might not be something that
Okay.
can be of. I want to be someone in the church that's useful, I guess. And I just worried that he might think that I wasn't up to the
Mm,
standards. And that was just an assumption on my part, right? But through visiting with him and having that connection, I realized that that was some of my anxiety and my thoughts rather than that. So
hmm.
hopefully we can build on that. That's my desire.